We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A run here for J.D. McKissick. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a third and about 5. Here's Tannehill. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt, and that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do. And what I enjoyed was watching him on the sidelines, because as the defense came off, he was there to congratulate them and really say thanks, because he threw the interception. It didn't turn into any points.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Going to give this time to the tailback. Barkley a first down and more. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. From the 2, here's 1st and goal. Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that challenge, a successful one. Second down and goal. Jones. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
James Bradbury there to make the tackle. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're going louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on it. You hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Got a man. It's Brown. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Back to the ground now. It's Henry, and he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
This is the tight end, Njoku. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14. A toss right to Henry. No gain on the play there. Second down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now they come into this one with an 0-8 record. The playoffs obviously out the window weeks ago. For now, their season boils down really to one question. How do we come up with that first win?
It's a great question, and I do think that they'll get it because they've been close a few times. But in order to get it done, morale has to stay high, so a lot of that goes on the coaching staff. Yeah, easy to coach when you're 7-1. That's a piece of cake. But with their record right now, how do they manage to keep these guys going in the right direction? And they're going to need some help from some of those veterans in the locker room as well.
Jones throw here taken in by Ingram. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Throwing Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. And some room to work. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Now Saquon Barkley looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Barkley, and he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now Jones. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. On 4th down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal. And Gano's kick is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film, Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
And this is going to be a Titans first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Evans. Oh, some strong running. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, Evans. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Tannehill. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 13-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll try the left side with Evans, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. Well, Charles, they were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
First down and much more for Henry. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he gets this one down to the 24. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Fielded right around the 8. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Final shot before break. Jones completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. To kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Now Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. Shedding through the defense. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Check, 30. It's just me and you.
On second down, here's Henry. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
They'll run on first down with Evans. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Evans gets it again on second down. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just got to find a way to tackle someone.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Second and 14. Back to throw, Tannehill. Forced out to his left. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a handoff coming left, Evans. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Darrington Evans, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead is up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Off the play fake. Jones. He's going to let this one go deep. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he's got room. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. This ball complete. Jones to Ingram. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position. I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Tannehill. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player? It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty. It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Tannehill now to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th, now it's 1st. They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them. Stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. First down and much more for Henry. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. 154 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. They'll roll him out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Evans on the toss left side. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Darrington Evans, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Point after try forthcoming. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Watch the slant.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
56 to Mike, boy, 56.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Caleb Farley. The 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. 56. Mike.
Now a toss right to Barkley. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
On 1st and 10, it's Evans. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That 2nd down play nets a -4. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Evans gets it again on 2nd down. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Darrington Evans from 17 yards out. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across. The 30, pretty nice work on the return. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Off play action, Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Going up top. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Amani Hooker.
And the Titans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tennessee, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's another week, another loss as they fall now to 0-9.
And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA